Hey everyone, this is Aisha aka Lesh here on Living Lesh, and welcome to my channel. And today we're going to be talking about skincare. So today is one of my self-care days. If you've watched any of my other videos, I'm usually glammed up. My hair is usually fully done. My office is not a mess, but today is my self-care day. So I started this morning with doing my own in-home basically facial. I have all the products. I bought them from everywhere. That's a whole different situation. And I'm just kind of chilling. So you can see I have this oversized PR sweater on for Wonka. So I haven't seen the movie, but anyway, I'm digressing. I'm going into a bunch of things. So you know, here on Living Lash, we are constantly talking about everything from fashion, home, travel, lifestyle, motherhood, everything in between. And today I'm back with some of the fan favorites, and it is a skincare video. And today we're going to be talking about Drunk Elephant. So as many of you probably known, if you've been watching TikToks, you've been just hearing about it. Drunk Elephant has been causing a frenzy in Sephora all over with young people who really have no business really been using Drunk Elephant. For those who aren't familiar with the brand, Drunk Elephant uses like a lot of retinol and harsher products that are great for people maybe in their 30s or above. You know, I don't even use it as much, but people who are looking to kind of tighten up their skin. It is not meant for 11, 12-year-olds. I have a niece in high school who I wouldn't even recommend it to. And like I said, to be honest, there are not a lot of products I use in the skincare line that have a lot of those harsh chemicals, because I feel like I don't need them right now. They're just doing a whole lot. Sometimes I use some of them, but if I am using them, it's like very sparingly. So if you're actually here watching the video thinking, oh, she's going to tell us about other things that we can recommend for those younger people, you may find some in this video, but that's not the purpose. I actually want to share some Drunk Elephant skincare dupes as well as alternatives. So they may not be direct dupes. Some of them will be, some of them won't, but I want to share with you some more affordable alternatives to Drunk Elephant. Drunk Elephant products are expensive. And like I said, I've tried a variety of them. Some of them, full transparency, I received from PR packages where they were sent to me to try out. Some of them were gifts, and some of them I did go back and restock on when Sephora or I saw online was having a good sale. So I don't repeatedly buy these products because they're so expensive, but I'm not against the products. It's just something I don't feel like I need to spend that much money on when they're alternative products that are far less affordable. And that's kind of what I want to focus on with today's video that you're watching right now. Is I want to share with you some great things about the Drunk Elephant product itself I'll be sharing, but also the affordable alternative that you can use that has very similar effects, very similar ingredients in it. Sizing may be bigger or just the same size, but you're finding these alternatives. Again, you may in this video find some alternative products for kids who really want to take care of their skincare line, but honestly, for 11, 12-year-old, if you get some nice like fresh soy face wash, maybe from like Fresh Beauty, and a natural just kind of cream or, you know, water-based moisturizer, you may be good to go. Like, I'm not really sure, there's not a lot of skincare products that you need, and some facial SPF, you always need that. But for those who are really into our skincare line, you know, our regimen, I'm really into mine. This video is going to share a lot of those alternatives that I've been using. Also, just as a note, you'll find all the products I'm mentioning in the description below. All of it will be linked. Additionally, if you head to the description below, you'll find a full blog post where I also talk about additional dupes, list them there that I'm constantly also editing and updating that blog post throughout years to come. So you'll find different lists there as well as different alternatives, along with some reviews of some of the products I'm using. But without further ado, let me get into some of these products. So the first product that I want to talk about, and it's one I actually use and one I have actually refilled, is the La Retro Whipped Cream Moisturizer, and it runs around $62. So it is a great product. It's a moisturizer that if you're looking for a cream base moisturizer, it helps with your face. It definitely, when I use it mostly at night, or if I've skipped days where I haven't washed my face and my skin's really drying out, I've used it for that. But with it being a $62 product, it runs out way too quickly for me. So for being $62, I'm looking for a moisturizer that's going to last me at least maybe a month and a half, using it both day and night. If I'm only using it during one time in the day, I'm looking for it to last at least 2 months. And typically it doesn't. It's one of those products that, you know, you pump it out. Even if you do one pump, you use it, you do your face, your neck, it does run out pretty quickly. They do have refillables that are slightly cheaper than buying the product outright initially, but doing the refills tends to be complicated. I really never liked refilling it and ended up kind of just tossing one and rebuying the next one when I was buying them. But eventually I moved on, and what I found was for $48, the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. Now it's not a huge discount, but it is lesser, and I've always found, you know, that First Aid Beauty does really well with my skin. I use it for not only my, you know, facial skincare, they have body care products that I found really work, like bump removers. They have things for skin tightening, and it is really, like, it adds moisture, and it is still a cream moisturizer, the one that I'm referring to. So I have used that in place of the whipped moisturizer from Drunk Elephant. It is one of those ones that if you like First Aid Beauty, you like First Aid Beauty. It's gonna, you know, use it for a while. It is a good size product. But some people are just against First Aid Beauty. They just don't like using the products, and that's okay. But it has been one of those ones that have done well for me. Now the next product I want to talk about is the Best No. 9 Jelly Cleanser. And it's not a very expensive product. It's around 34 bucks. And it is a good size. So it's one that it comes out clear. It's a jelly-based cleanser. It cleans your face. It does what it needs to. The one thing that I really didn't like about this cleanser, and it wasn't that it didn't work or it didn't do what I needed to do. It just didn't do it as well as other products I've had. So I'll either, you know, I like to use a cleanser that can also take makeup off. Now I do use a balm, like a makeup removing balm, before washing my face. But in some cases, if I'm like traveling or I've run out of the balm, I want to be able to use my cleanser to kind of get it off. And I know that in some cases, well, in many cases, you'll have a cleanser that takes, you know, 2 washes to get it off. Whereas this product, I actually found that I had to use more of the product to get things off. So I may have not just done 1 wash and then cleanse and then had to do another wash, but I maybe had to do 2 or 3. And again, that's just using a lot more product and drying out my face a little bit more. So as an alternative to that one, I did find a product. It is the Glacier, I never pronounce it right, Milky Cleanser, which is 30 bucks. It's slightly cheaper. And I just found that not only did it last longer, because the Drunk Elephant product is actually 5 ounces and the Glacier one's actually 6 ounces. It lasts longer. The product just kind of cleaned better, and it didn't feel like, I felt like with the Drunk Elephant product, my skin felt a little bit more stripped than I wanted it to, whereas the alternative product had a lot more moisture in it, where when I washed my face, I didn't feel as stripped. I still felt moisture. So as me being a mom, and not saying this is just applying to moms, you know, sometimes we wash our face and then something goes on. And typically for me, I'll be in there washing my face and my son needs help putting his pants on because he put them on backwards. So I have to stop. And in those cases, sometimes I end up, you know, helping with something, they need something out, and then I can feel my skin drying up, which then makes it feel more uncomfortable. And with the Drunk Elephant product, I was feeling that. Granted, yes, I know I need to put on my moisturizer right after, but I do like being able to walk away, sometimes letting my face air dry and not feeling like it's literally drying up and becoming the Sahara Desert right on my face. And I didn't feel like that with the other product, with the Glacier product. So it's not like a super much cheaper alternative, but if you kind of think about it, it's $4 less and it's a bigger product, which means it lasts longer. So it's kind of more than $4 less if you kind of think about it. Just depends on how you do some math. Now, one product that I found was a big difference. So there is the Drunk Elephant C Firma Fresh Day Serum. And I have used it before. It is a serum. if I'm remembering correctly, between the two serums, it comes in like a bright neon orange kind of casing. It's like white and then neon orange, and you turn it and the product comes out, and it kind of comes out with a slight tint to it. And it's around 78 bucks. And for 78 bucks, the product is about, you put it in perspective, it's about this big. So maybe if I kind of put it to my face, maybe that big. If I put it to my hand, it's probably the size of my hand, a little less. It's not very big. I mean, you're not supposed to use a lot of the product, and it does last for some time because you're only using it in the morning. But again, for $78, I didn't really feel like it was doing a lot more extra than what other products could do. And I didn't really feel like the product or the ingredients in the product was something I need. For a day serum, I mean, I'm looking for, the vitamin C. That's what it's offering. You can still get the same benefits of it in other products. So one of the alternatives that I found is the Glow Recipe Guava Vitamin C dark spot brightening serum. So it is helping. I am losing my words. It is helping. Still giving you that vitamin C. It's helped with any dark spots. And it is a product that can be used for slightly younger people. Again, I am not advising it for people like younger people, middle school age, elementary school age. I mean, I still get on the fence about certain skincare products in high school, especially if you're dealing with acne. Like there's other things you need to combat before getting all that, but that's just me. Everyone has different skin. But I found that this Glow Recipe product did a whole lot better, and at $45, it being way cheaper than the $78 for the Drunk Elephant product, it was a product that I liked a whole lot better. Again, nothing against the Drunk Elephant product. I think it did what it was supposed to do. It added things. I didn't like the tint left over. Like, I saw it kind of tinted on my face, it absorbed, but then it was like on my fingers where I had to wash things off. Whereas Glow Recipe, it still left my skin feeling smooth. It still gave me the vitamin C I was looking for. It helped treat some of the dark spots around my face when I have breakouts. So I kind of treat them and then I get the dark spots. So it helped with skin evening and brightening. I think it did everything I wanted it to do. Lasted a little longer than the Drunk Elephant product. And again, was a whole lot cheaper. And I really actually like Glow Recipe products. So this was probably one of my favorite dupes or alternatives. The next product I want to call out is TLC Frambo's Glycolic Night Serum, and it runs about $90. So we went from day serum, they now have a night serum, and it is about that same size. So about this size. I ignore the fact of what I'm trying to call the colors, but again, it has the white bottom. I think it has like a brown top. It has the same longevity as the day serum, but again, $90 for something that maybe is going to last a month and a half, maybe 2 months is still too much for me. Like I just can't find the validity in spending $90. I thought the product did great. And as a person who receives these as, PR, if I were to, review it specifically, I will say it's still a good product. I'd give it 4 to 5 stars. Like it's not a bad product. It's just not a product that I would want to keep spending money on over and over again. To build a full Drunk Elephant skincare routine, which I've made one with the products I had. They sent them over. I built a whole routine. There is one you can do, and I'll actually link that below in the description as well. But you end up spending, to build your whole routine, you're going to be spending at least $200 to $300 to build it. It depends on what you put in there. So even if you just think about it, just from if you do the day and night serum, and this is before anything else, you're already up to about $160, $70. That's, before tax, with tax, so $175. So now if you're adding in a moisturizer, a cleansing balm, any masks, SPF, like you're already now doubling that amount with just like 4 more products. So, going back to this Glycolic Night Serum, glycolic, the ingredient does real work. And I feel like the way they mix the Drunk Elephant product, it did really great. So alternative to this product, if you're just like, I don't want to spend $90, you can get a significant alternative with a great price, like decrease, It's 40 bucks. It's the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow AHA Night Serum. Now, it doesn't have as many as the products and as many as the ingredients you're going to see in the TLC, like the Drunk Elephant product, but you're going to get around the same results. I've used both, and again, I don't really feel like I need glycolic acid, so I don't use it as much. But when I switched over after, giving my skin a break from that night serum when it ran out, and then I went and got this product, I felt like it was still doing the same thing. I was seeing, my skin getting brighter. It was getting firmer. It just kind of did these things I wasn't seeing before. But again, I'd rather pay the 40 bucks than pay the $90. So that is an alternative if you're looking for one. And it is a little, like, it's less harsh on the skin. I feel like a lot of times when you're getting these harsher products or harsher ingredients in these products, they are going to be a little bit harsher on your skin, and your skin may get used to it. It may not get used to it. It may react differently to it. I'm always one where if you're going to use a product that has harsh ingredients, is to do a skin test, because you don't know how your skin's going to react. But that's just an alternative that I found to this night serum. Now, for those who are looking for a retinol cream, the Drunk Elephant line has, and I'm gonna read this very specifically, I have my notes here and I wanna get this wrong, the A Passion Retinol Cream, which is at 70 bucks, and it is 1 ounce. So hear me out on this one. I didn't try the retinol cream, so I can't say whether it's good or bad. I've read good reviews on it. I've heard great things about it, but one that I use, that I have been using, that I thought does really well, and again, I don't use retinol as much, so it's a product I use sparingly, especially since the person who does my facials just says don't use it as much, maybe use it once a week or once every other week, especially because it can help to dry out my skin's combination, but it gets very dry, is this retinol by Caudalie. And I'm going to, you can see it here, I'm going to link it below. There is a longer, more extensive name that's it's leaving me right now, but it's a 1.6 ounce product, so it is has slightly more product. You're not really getting a super much more affordable discount on things, but a lot of retinol products tend to be on the pricier side, especially if you're getting, a larger thing. A lot of them come, I think I've seen one that's like maybe 2 ounces max, but most of them are very small in ounce size. But that product was recommended to me, the Caudalie one, and I've been using it ever since. Again, I don't buy it as often, so I maybe buy it once every 3 to 4 months. So it helps me somewhat validate the purchase of it, but I'm not a big retinol person. Just again, saying that, I wanna, put that out there. But if you, like I said earlier in this video, if I have a blog post linking below that has other Drunk Elephant dupes, there is another product in that list that is a retinol alternative. Well, another product that has retinol in it, and I have one that's also a retinol alternative. So go check those out. That'll be on there. And again, I'm constantly updating it. So if you don't see it the one day, come back next week. I always try to make sure those are updated with new products that are coming out, because skincare is changing. They improve the products. Top brands come out with new ones, better prices. Just again, keep that connected. So that's a brief list of some Drunk Elephant dupes or alternatives that you can use in your own skincare line. Again, as I always say, these are just my experience, especially when it comes to skincare. We all have different skin. We all have different likes. So one thing I'm saying on here is that though I may have said, one product did really well for me, it may not do really well for you. I have combination skin. I have dry patches. And I often make sure that if I'm introducing a new product to my skincare, I take a break from the product I'm replacing it with, just because I don't want my skin to react to a lot of harsh products. I also make sure I get monthly facials, and I take the advice I'm getting from my esthetician, I can never pronounce that word, and making sure that I'm integrating those tips as well as product recommendations if anything changes. So just kind of take that as a note to kind of combine with. So I hope everything, you got some information out of this. You kind of can hear what's going on. Again, all of the products are linked below, along with the blog post that goes along with the other alternatives and dupes for Drunk Elephant, as well as a full Drunk Elephant skincare routine. So if you're looking going, you know what, I don't even want the alternatives, I don't want the dupes, I want to just commit to Drunk Elephant, and there is nothing wrong with that. I have a full skincare routine of products I would recommend if you want to do a full one right below. So I hope that this gave you something, and I'll catch you next time.